Hey everyone, my name is Al and you're watching MTG on Curve, and today I've got some Theros Beyond Death specs for you. Rotation is coming very soon with the release of Innistrad Midnight Hunt, and players will be looking to dump some of the rotating sets to buy into the new meta. And it just so happened that the rotating sets came out during and at the start of the pandemic, and there were supply issues. So unless these get reprinted in a supplemental product, I think it's going to be the best time to get these cards. All the prices I give could change between now and when you watch this video, so please keep that in mind. Also, there are so many versions of the cards nowadays, I'm just going to go off the base version. Remember, Commander players like to bling their decks out. So foils, extended art foil, promo, pre-release, all that kind of stuff is more attractive to them. There are cards that are already worth money that may take a hit and climb back up later, but this video focuses in on low cost, low risk buys. Let me know if you guys would like a follow-up video after rotation on some of the more costly cards down in the comments, okay? So let's get started with a couple of mythics. And here we have Ashiok Nightmare Muse. This 5-cost Dimir Planeswalker could be an all-star in Pioneer if that ever takes off in like a Dimir-style control deck. Most important thing is it provides its own protection. This is key when it comes to Planeswalkers. And for the price of $2.81, I think he's worth the risk. Calyx, Destiny's Hand. This 4-cost Selesnya Planeswalker lets you dig for enchantments and has conditional removal for creatures and enchantments, which in green and white can be clutch when you need it. And his ultimate is insanely powerful in an Enchantress-style commander deck. Normally, I would say good luck ever getting to that ultimate, but in enchantment-style decks where you can tax your opponents and stall like crazy, never say never. And for $1.98, really, what's to lose in picking some up? Now let's go on to some rares. And we're going to look at the Intervention cards. These 3 cards are so flexible in almost any commander deck with their respective colors. Let's start with Erebos' Intervention at 25 cents with a single black pip, easy to slot in. Instant, can kill a creature, gain life at the same time. This includes indestructible creatures that you can bring their toughness down to 0, or you can exile cards from a graveyard. Spot removal, life green, and graveyard hate all in one card. Every black commander deck should be running one of these. Heliod's Intervention is being noticed by commander players already at $2.13. This one is pricier than the others, but I think it still has room to grow, and it's a great sign for some of the other interventions that are being slept on. Instant artifact enchantment hate or life gain, and don't forget, it says target player. So if you're good at politics at the table, this could get you a deal in the right situation. Thassa's Intervention at 19 cents. Instant dig for cards or counter a spell. Just wait until the end of your opponent's turn, and if they didn't have anything to counter, dig away. Smithkers Death at 25 cents. Anyone who plays Standard in recent metas know how powerful this card can be. It's a bit expensive to cast, but exile-based removal, stall tactics, and graveyard recursion all in one card. Pretty good. Then we have Mantle of the Wolves at 16 cents. This one I think could at least be a buck. Green is getting into the Voltron game more and more lately, and this fits right in with a nice buff. And then if there's a wipe or it gets spot removed, you get 2 wolves on the board to block with or do whatever, start suiting up with stuff. Just, it's not broken, but it's really good for the value. Think about it. 4 mana for 4/4, and then you get 2 wolves if it dies. Citizen Champion has everything that an Enchantress deck wants. You play enchantments, it gets bigger, you draw cards, probably more enchantments to put on there to make it bigger. What's not to like at $1.79? Pick it up. The First of Rowan Games at 18 cents. Another saga that keeps dealing out little bits of value every turn. A 1/1, 3+1/+1 counters, card draw, and a little ramp at the end. For 3 mana, I think you get a lot out of this. It's a bit of a sleeper. Bronze-Hide Lion at $1.54. It's a sticky creature and opponents will want to remove it as soon as they can. But if they do, you can stick it onto a bigger threat. Fits right into those Enchantress-style decks we were talking about earlier. Nightmare Shepherd at 42 cents. 4/4 flyer is a pretty good body, and it makes 1/1 token copies of creatures when they die. Ashnod's Altar and Eternal Scourge. With this, infinite mana, anyone? Woe Strider at $1.51. Free sack outlet that you can get back from your graveyard in a pinch. Pretty good. Timorak Calls the Dead. Fills the graveyard. Can give you some zombies. Lets you scry and gain life for 3 mana. Pretty good for 20 cents. Gravebreaker Lamia. Lifelinking 4/4 for 5 mana that lets you tutor a card to your graveyard and makes them cheaper to cast. 32 cents for a tutor effects like this are very powerful. Now attach that to a solid body. This card is great. Nyx Lotus at $3.43. This card is amazing in monocolored decks. Then start playing games with untapping it with something like Voltaic Key, and you're making lots and lots of mana. Always a good thing. And then finally, as an uncommon, I have here Destiny Spinner. A beast of a card, and people know it at $2.93 for an uncommon. It's very uncommon indeed, and that's because this card is everything an Enchantress deck wants. And as far as I can see, the only thing uncommon about this card is that this is the only version of it. There's this in a foil, no extended art, none of that stuff. So that's contributing to the price as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I have a little bit of a bonus on this video of the people who hung on to the end. The Nyx lands, especially the foil ones. Full art lands are becoming more and more common these days, but these are so unique and beautiful. I think they're going to have a bit more value over time. They've already started creeping up. And with that, please subscribe, like, ring the bell, and let me know down in the comments if you think I got it right, got it wrong, or any of your specs. Thanks again, and may all your plays always be on curve.